Welcome to Beyond the Headlines, where we break down today's local news stories with our very own reporters. I'm Cameron Main, and first, we're learning about a local fisherman catching thousands of fish to honor 9/11 victims. Then we're getting a check-in with our anchor Thomas to hear about his latest high school marching band feature. And then we'll check in with our box office expert Jack Berzikis to hear what's happening at the movies this weekend. But first up, in Spring Bay today, a fisherman is honoring the lives lost during 9/11 by trying to break a Guinness World Record. Our web reporter Josh Seberg joins us now to explain the fisherman's goal. So thanks for joining us, Josh. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Cameron.
And so what is this fishing marathon all about?
So you explained it pretty good. It is a 24-hour marathon starting from 5 p.m. yesterday. Fisherman Jeff Zolodzinski, sorry. He was trying to capture 2,977 fish for the people who passed away in the September 11th, 2001 terrorist attacks at the World Trade Center at Twin Towers 24 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. He was supposed to actually end the in the marathon around 5 o'clock, but he's decided to keep going to keep honoring those people.
Wow. Okay. So as of now, the man has reached how many more fish does he need to catch?
So as of 5 p.m., he was just 160 short, 160 fish short. But as I said, he's going to keep going until he gets...
Which that's a lot of fish.
It's a lot of fish.
Because his goal was 2,977. That's correct, right?
Yeah. That's a lot. No kidding.
Yeah.
You can't dance around that in any way. That is a lot of fish, but the fact that he's gotten over almost that much is impressive, to say the least.
I think I've captured like 3 fish in my entire lifetime, and this guy, killing it, catching the fish, and for such a great cause. And this is all a part of Camp Dallas, right? Mm-hmm. What's the whole Camp Dallas thing?
Camp Dallas is in Woodford County. One thing he is, this is also part of him trying to raise awareness for Camp Dallas, which is, there to support the community and help people who need it. And this is just one of the many things that this is meant to benefit, so to speak.
Right, okay. Will there be anything else happening at Camp Dallas tonight?
Yes, along with the fishing, which will, like I said, keep going. There will also be music, barbecue. There's going to be fireworks tonight. There's going to be a parade for first responders. There's going to be, of course, honoring people and first responders with the, taps, 21 gun salute. There's just going to be a lot from like 5 to 9:30, probably later. With how many people are probably going to go to that.
Right, okay, so pretty big events.
No kidding, yeah.
And so I'm really still shocked that that's a lot of fish to capture. Do you think he'll actually reach that number by tonight?
Honestly, he's gone for 24 hours straight. Like, he's not taking a break.
With no sleep, right?
He said he was pretty sleep deprived, but I respect the heck out of this guy for going this far. And I fully believe that he would, if getting like thousands of fish, I would believe he'd get another couple hundred.
In just a show, 160 left from what we know.
Yeah.
So, well, wish him the best of luck, and thank you so much for breaking this down, Josh.
Of course, happy to help.
Well, also along as another story that makes animal lovers like me happy. A zoo in Germany unveiled a giant anteater cub as its latest arrival. The zoo says they haven't determined the sex of the cub because they aren't disturbing the mother-child bond. His mother, 6-year-old Ibera, is taking good care of her cub. The father is a 14-year-old Yavi. He is living separate from his family because male giant anteaters can be very curious and therefore pose a great threat to the young animal. I almost thought that said nose. It's like, because they have some very long noses, and that is so adorable.
It is really cute.
See, anteaters are a part of the xenarthans, right? They are related to, I believe, armadillos and sloths. And a lot of like those animals, they hang their babies on their backs while they're walking around. So a lot of anteaters and sloths, they'll have the baby hang on their back. So that's quite a common feature, to see the baby just like hugging the top of the anteater.
It's a cute sight, definitely. See mama with the baby.
Yeah, I know, right? They're really funny because always baby animals look weird.
That's
like,
true.
you know, like a baby hedgehog. They're like these little pink,
Oh, yeah.
like jelly beans, basically, and with like tiny little limbs. But the
pretty-
anteaters are just like, feels like they were just like cropped down into a smaller size, but they're still looking like anteaters.
Little baby anteaters, man. They're adorable. What can you say?
And there's been a couple of baby anteaters.
Yeah.
You know, there was the one in Miller Park as well, and
That's true.
that one's been running around, and I think there was a mandrill baby as well.
That's
at the
true,
Peoria
there was.
Zoo. Yes, and the baby monkey that's
Yeah.
been apparently seen some of the social media posts. They've been stealing the food and.
That's pretty
But
funny.
yeah, look, monkeys are always entertaining.
They are.
All right, well, when we come back on Beyond the Headlines, we've got Thomas Gavrick joining us to talk about the local marching band. We'll get the inside scoop and look into Friday Night Football when we return. Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. We're getting an inside look at some local marching bands. WMBD's Thomas Gavrick joins us now. Thomas, thanks for coming on. And
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, you're here to chat all about your marching band segment that's going on and a preview of high school football games in the area.
Yeah, it's been a busy start to the year. Week 1 was El Paso Gridley, second week was Metamora, and now third week is Canton. So I was actually in Canton probably the first week of August during their final weeks of their summer camp, so it was awesome to get to check them out. And I love the Canton community. They've been really good to us as a station, and so can't wait to highlight their story on Friday.
That's so cool. And what sticks out to you the most about this marching band?
Yeah, I think the two big things are family and culture with them. So Bethany Freezer, she's the director of bands there, and that's what she really talked about is I want my marching band to feel like a family, and that's what they're all about. And so I had the opportunity to actually interview those 3 students there. They're all the drum majors, and they are all upperclassmen. They talked about the importance of ushering in the freshmen, making them feel welcome so that way they would want to be a part of this. And I felt that. You see them playing and it's like, wow, you can see the connection with the team for sure.
I mean, they seem so in sync as well, looking
Yes.
at how they're performing. That is so impressive because we don't have anything like that in Australia. Like our marching bands are all like Scottish bagpipes and all
Really?
that walking around.
Have you ever played the Scottish bagpipe?
No, I haven't. One of my good friends played the bagpipes for a long time, so that
Very
was pretty
good.
cool. So most of these people, what majors did they focus on, and what did you learn about that?
Yeah, so I mentioned earlier, all 3 of them were drum majors, so they're the people that are conducting, moving their fingers like this.
Right,
And so
okay.
It was really cool. It was interesting. So the lovely gal that I got a chance to interview, her name was Leah Hill, and she talked about that the other 2 guys, so one of them was named Christopher, the other one Chase, she would have probably never been friends with them had it not been for marching band, just because they would have never crossed paths. And so I think that's
Right.
a really neat component of this is that you create those unique friendships. And she said that, like, if it wasn't for us all being drum majors, I don't know if we would have ever met and became friends.
That's
and so I
so
thought that was
sweet.
pretty cool. But yeah, Christopher and Chase were also outstanding to talk about. And it was interesting. Christopher said he felt like there's no community like that marching band in Canton. So just an awesome group of students, an awesome community as well. And like I said, can't wait to highlight Canton on Friday. So
Yeah, that's very exciting. I'm sure I'll be tuned in.
Good.
And now we've got another round of football now. A little bit different
Yeah,
from the
high school
marching
football
band.
Friday. We love that here at the station. Cameron, new this year is our Play of the Week segment, and this went nuts on CIProud.com. Here are this week's nominees. This is Normal Community's first play from scrimmage, a little razzle-dazzle. Cameron, that's called a flea flicker. That was Lucas
Oh.
Beatty to Luke Potts, who connected with Michael Mavick for a 50-yard touchdown. That helped them win what's called the Chili Bowl. That's something that WJBC started. So very,
Okay.
very good play from them. Second play of the night, I was at this game. This is Limestone. Tyler Hammond, the running back, look at this play right here, Cameron. You see him, he's like hiding, and then the guys are like trying to drag his jersey down, and he scoots out for a 70-yard touchdown run. Awesome play for them.
He makes it all the way.
He makes it all the way. And so those are our top 2 plays of the week. So you can vote for them on CIProud.com. I'll be at 2 games on Friday. DMAC, I won't be at, but I can't wait to see them play El Paso Gridley. Those are 2 schools that are really, really good. They're both undefeated, so looking forward to that. My first stop of the night will be Tremont and Fieldcrest, and then the game we're all really excited about at the station is this one, Dunlap and Pekin. That's Pekin quarterback Brogan Benassi. He's going to go up against Dunlap's Max Sutter, who's committed to play at Alabama. This is a really premier mid-Illini matchup. And then we have a rivalry game between Washington and Metamora. Also a mid-Illini game, so that's one of the conferences here in Central Illinois. And so that's going to be a really awesome game as well. That's our Clutch Sports Game of the Week. So Jonathan Michael will be in studio talking about that. We have an awesome slate of Week 3 games. Looking forward to it.
And that sounds awesome. You've really sold me on it. I might even go because I know nothing about football.
I think people would go nuts to see a 6'8" Australian guy in football.
They might recruit me onto the team.
They would.
But I can't really. I can go long, but I can't throw long. You know, I can't do that.
That's okay. You can be like a big tight end.
Oh yeah. But
Easy target to throw to.
Then everybody's like running at me, right, and trying to like knock me down. Isn't that right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, if you don't like contact, then football's not for you.
Because I will crumble under some of the even some of those younger kids there. They're built.
Some of them are. I mean, they spend all off season in the weight room, so I would not want to mess with them either.
No, I would not want to either.
For sure.
All right, well, thank you so much for coming on and showing us not only the football, but the marching band and really all the great things they're doing.
Anytime, man. It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and next up we'll have Jack Bazikas. He'll be covering on... Oh, yeah, sorry. We've got another story.
Yeah, wait a second. I'll stay on a little bit longer.
Yeah, we could.
Why not?
So staying in sports, the Savannah Bananas took their signature brand of baseball entertainment off the diamond and onto late night TV. The viral sensation team, known for dancing, trick plays, and nonstop fun, brought their show to the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon Wednesday night. Jimmy Fallon mentioned the wait list to see the Savannah Bananas is more than 3 million people long.
Tongue twister there, huh?
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of tongue twisters in a lot of these.
The Savannah Bananas, man, they are a sight to see. They're wild, they're crazy, but honestly, they're really good for baseball. I mean, that's insane.
That is scary.
That's absolutely scary.
That's me.
That's really cool. That is you.
Yeah,
literally.
That's me walking around the newsroom.
They've done such a great job, though, of just captivating the sport and getting people to come watch baseball games. And are they silly? Yes, but man, dude, they have a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, that looks fun. I maybe they have openings. Maybe I might join them part-time. You know.
You'd be a perfect fit for sure.
All right, well, thank you so much. We've got one more local story for you when we return on Beyond the Headlines. We're sitting down with a box office expert, Jack Bazikas, to see what's going on in the movies this weekend. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's time to get some entertainment news updates. We're getting a deep dive into the box office. Our very own Jack Bazikas joins us now to explain what's hot and what's not in the box office. Jack, thanks so much for coming on again.
Oh, yeah. I love coming on Beyond the Headlines.
I always appreciate you breaking down the sport. Not the sports, that was Thomas. Breaking down the theater stuff that's really going on, because I'm quite clueless.
Yeah.
Quite frankly.
Yeah.
So what movie did you see this week?
This week I went and saw The Conjuring: Last Rites. It's the final film in the franchise. I don't think it's actually gonna be the final film in the franchise, but they're saying it is. But yeah, I went and saw it. You know, it was all right. To prepare for it, I watched the other 3 films in the franchise. The first 3, and I had only ever seen the first one, and I gotta say, I think the second one is the scariest one.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
Is that something you can just jump into though, like the second one? If it's like the best one, can you just go into it?
I think you can, because the films follow Ed and Lorraine Warren, who are real life paranormal investigators that were around in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, really kind of started that movement of paranormal investigations.
Right.
And so each movie is its own different case of theirs that they, performed in or did like exorcisms in. And yeah, I think the second one is definitely the scariest.
So what did you think of this one?
I mean, it's all right.
Oh, okay.
It's you know.
No, you weren't very
wasn't-
sold on it?
I wasn't sold on it. I was checking my watch throughout it, and it was kind of dragging. And like I noticed that, you know, Ed and Lorraine Warren, played by Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson, they didn't show up to the haunted house until like the last hour of the movie. So I was like,
So there was a bit too much like prelude.
yeah, the pacing was a little off. Some of the scares weren't I don't like jump scares. And not because they scare me, because I feel like a jump scare is like a laugh track telling you when to laugh. It's like it's telling you when
you
to
want
be
something
scared.
like The Shining, where you feel that
Yeah.
horror throughout the
Yeah.
movie, and then at the end you kind of, ooh,
Yeah,
that's a bit spooky.
Yeah, and or even like sometimes in some of the first 3 films, they'll have the actor like in the foreground, and then in the background it'll be like a dark, shadowy corner, and then you realize like what you're looking
Ooh,
at.
yeah,
And
yeah.
you're like,
yeah.
oh, whoa.
Ooh, yeah, I don't like that. Yeah,
It's not a big noise or anything that scares you. It's like noticing something that
It's
you
like
didn't
the
notice
idea
before.
itself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's those are the scariest.
So yeah, speaking of that, very quickly, scary movies, good, bad. Where do they sit on the list?
I like scary movies. I think they're fun, you know, especially around this time of year. You know, you got your Halloween themes.
It's the
and-
right vibe.
Yeah, it's totally the right vibe. I think my favorite scary movie, probably the Scream movies with Ghostface. I think those are great because they're pretty meta and they're funny and they talk about other scary movies. So it's kind of layered.
Yeah.
I think those are my favorite.
I think The Shining is still one of my
Shining
favorite. It's
is
just
incredible.
one of my favorite movies in general.
It's
But it
incredible.
is just something that from start to finish. I actually watched it on the plane because for some reason Qantas has like really good like movie choices when you're flying from Dallas to Melbourne, which is, I assume, not a flight that most Americans take, but I take a lot.
Yeah.
And you know, they have stuff like Lord of the Rings, Shining, Space Odyssey. So I've watched a bunch of classics just because I was on the plane. I'm like, well, I got 17 hours to kill, so
Might as well.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we're going from movies to music after 800 years of silence. A pipe organ, researchers say, is the oldest in the Christian world, and it's making music again. Made with original pipes from the 11th century, it's roaring back to life this week in a monastery in Jerusalem. Researchers believe Crusaders first played the organ in the town of Bethlehem after a century of use. They buried it to protect it from invading Muslim armies. In 2019, a team of researchers restored it using ancient techniques. Now, shout out to our producer, Sarah Allen's grandmother. She's an organ player, I believe.
Yes. Sarah told me when she was younger, she used to play the organ. And apparently she's watching. So, hey,
Okay.
Sarah's grandma, let's get you on. And let's
Get you on Beyond the Headlines.
Let's hear some
get
of this
your
organ music.
Yeah, no, I'm so down because especially like, it's funny because a lot of people, they're like, oh, organs, you only really hear it in the church. But then you have that guy in the NBA stadiums that's like been doing the organ for like 40 years and he does all the little jingles and everything. I
Yeah.
love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they're so big. Like I didn't realize how big an organ was until I saw one in person and was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's
That's
huge.
huge.
That would be a really fun instrument to learn how to play because it's like it kind of gives me the same vibe of, you know, like when you learn something like the harp. It's like it's so big.
Do you play any instruments?
I used to play the clarinet as a kid.
Okay. Squidward vibes.
Squidward, yes. Squidward, yes.
Squidward plays the clarinet.
yes. He does play the clarinet, and he is also very lanky. So, you
Yeah.
know.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah,
you're
so basically, I'm
Squidward.
basically Squidward.
Yeah,
You know what?
yeah.
I don't know how. I'm not doing the Squidward dance. The producer's asking me to do the Squidward dance, so that is not happening.
Yeah, right.
All right, well, thanks for joining us. And thanks everyone at home for joining us. For today's Beyond the Headlines, you can find all these stories and more over on our website, ciproud.com.
For breaking news and weather updates 24/7, log on to ciproud.com and download the free CI Proud to Go mobile app.